Hello everyone, my name is Glenn and welcome to the Glenliness Weekly Vlog. I am on the Pennsylvania Turnpike, which is why I'm probably paying a little bit more attention to driving than I am to you. Because I'm going at 70 miles an hour and I don't want to hit anything. So, yeah. I've been noticing lately, as I go back and watch some of these things, that I say the word "so" a whole lot. That is my apparently. So I guess I just gotta deal with it. Anywho, I am on my way to Lahaska, Pennsylvania. Lahaska, I don't know how to pronounce that. Going to Peddler's Village. I'm gonna hit a couple of the outlets when I get there to try and find some shorts that fit, because as I mentioned a few episodes ago, I have put on a little bit of weight, and on top of that, even if all my shorts did fit me, most of the shorts I have are dad shorts, aka cargo shorts, and I'd like something maybe a little bit more stylish. Of course, the problem with that is I am a dad and I don't really know what stylish is anymore. Those are two separate thoughts. It's not that you become a father and then forget about style. I'm just getting older, so I don't know what those hip kids are wearing today. And if you're a hip kid and you happen to be watching this, please leave me a message and let me know what you're wearing today. Odds are none of you hip kids are going to be watching this, especially if I keep using the phrase hip kids. Yeah, so I'm heading out there, I'm going to hit the outlets, then I'm meeting my dad for lunch at a place called, I think it's Moku Bowls, which has poke, I think is how it's pronounced, which is like a bowl of usually like rice and raw fish and seasonings and some veggies maybe. It's kind of weird. It's like, that I know is quite popular and trendy right now. But, so the last vacation my wife and I had before we got our son was going to a wedding in Seattle. Hi, Trish. And then from Seattle, we flew out to the Big Island, Hawaii. And I remember doing my research before going out there, like trying to decide what we wanted to do, where we wanted to go, and what maybe we wanted to eat. And one of the things I discovered was, oh, there's this Hawaiian thing called poke, which sounds really interesting. Let's find a poke place that we can go. So we went there, and we had it. It was really good. I kind of came back, and I tried to figure out how to make it, and made it a couple of times, which was halfway decent. I got like a block of sushi-grade salmon, and made that. And then all of a sudden, poke places just started cropping up everywhere here, so it almost feels like we brought it back with us. I'm sure it's just a coincidence, but I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, meeting my dad, yeah, there's that "so" again. Meeting my dad at Moku Bowls to have some poke, and maybe we'll wander around Peddler's Village a little bit. Maybe I'll have some time before to wander around Peddler's Village and show you that. It's basically just a bunch of like little local shops. It's kind of a neat place. And then after that, on my way back down, I am meeting up with my friend Max. Actually, Max isn't his real name. It's Mike. Actually, he doesn't even go by Mike. He goes by Michael. But I call him Max. Long story. Anyway, so I'm stopping off to meet Max at a coffee shop, and I'm going to give him the high chair that we had used for Ollie, because he does not sit in it anymore, and it's just taking up space in our house. And his kid's about a year younger, so he'll be able to get a little use out of it. And yeah, that's pretty much the plans for the day. But I gotta figure out what to cook for dinner, and hopefully I have enough time once I get home. But you know how much dinner stresses me out anyway. Last night went pretty good. I made some burritos. Ollie always gets upset with that, my boy, because when you roll up the burrito and everything, it's this nice little package, and then he takes like 2 bites and it starts to fall apart, and he gets all upset about that. But we made it through. He got most of it, and most of it was intact, actually. I don't think he dropped all that much more than I did until he just decided he was going to be messy with it. Anyway, that's the plan. I'll hook up with you probably back in Peddler's Village. So let's fade over to Peddler's Village. And welcome to Peddler's Village. Historic Peddler's Village? I don't know, maybe it's historic. I just went across to the outlets, which surprisingly, like a lot of those are
seem to have closed down. I mean, I managed to find what I was looking for. I got a couple pairs of shorts, but what surprises me is those shops are closing down, but most of these seem to still be open. It's just a neat little shopping area. All sorts of little shops, which you'd expect to find in a shopping area. I know they do events here once in a while. Got like a nice gazebo over there. Sports collectibles store. It's Paper Chase. Lots of unique shops, and as you can see from this video, it's a pretty beautiful looking place. So it's nice to just wander around in here. It's not huge, but at least I think definitely worth a visit if you want to do some unique shopping. This isn't like the chain store type thing, so it's made itself into kind of like a destination place. Got a little bit of music, jazz music going on in the background. I got like a little waterfall type thing here. It's very nice, very peaceful. There's even like already a few people wandering around. I think most of the stores open at 10, like in the outlet mall across the street. But yeah, nice stuff. I was walking around and I spotted this windmill coming around, and I realized that there's a bird enclosure here, and there's doves just hanging out, sunning themselves. Hello, doves. How are you? Try to keep cool. Get it? Cool? Because you coo? Because you're doves? No? No? Nothing? Just hanging out here waiting for my dad, and I thought there were like some decoys and stuff in this little pond here, but it turns out those are live turtles. You wouldn't know it now, because they're just sitting there. But one of them moved a minute ago. Less than a minute, I promise you. They're living turtles. They're just too slow to be caught by the camera. I'm zooming out here. You can see this really is a beautiful place. I stopped into some of the stores. A lot of them I haven't been into in a long time. More or less the same kind of stuff. It's kitschy, interesting. It kind of defies description. It's now like a minute or so after noon. I was expecting my dad to be here by now, so hopefully he's on his way and we can have some lunch soon. It's very interesting meeting a person in a place like this because of all the trees in the center. It's hard to see through it all. So my dad's here, I just don't know where yet. I just made a quick circle and I don't see him anywhere. Let's go around the side of the parking lot, see if I can find him there. I told him it was near the Cock and Bull restaurant, which is right there. I think he's driving around trying to find some place to park maybe, but he doesn't know where to park because he doesn't know where we're meeting for lunch, where this place is. Neither did I, but I found it. I guess I should let him know to just park, and then we'll figure it out from there. Alright, wish me luck. Progress, he's parked the car. So he's got to be around somewhere now. Said he parked and he's going to look for him. Yeah, you can look too. Let me know if you spot him somewhere. Of course, you probably don't know who you're looking for. Has my dad been on one of these yet? If I knew which side he parked on, I could at least make that guess, but he could have parked on this side or he could have parked on that side. So I don't know where I should be looking. I guess maybe in retrospect, not the best place to meet. It's now like 12:15. I've been here almost 2 hours, I think, including all of the shopping and everything. But he's got to be around somewhere. Alright, did you just hear a moo? I heard a moo. I don't see any cows. the turtles. Hey, and there he is. Okay. I found my dad. I'm gonna go now. Talk to you later. Just pulled up to stop number 2, meeting Max for coffee, and unlike stop number 1, I'm the second one here this time. And I saw him as soon as I pulled into the spot, so he's easy to find. And now he's looking at me funny, probably because I'm pointing a camera towards myself. He's got that look on his face like, what the hell are you doing? How's it going?
Good. All right. So, just finished meeting Max for coffee at Cowabunga Coffee Roasters, which was just on the screen there. I had a nitro iced coffee, which was really, really good. So it was like coffee on tap. It wasn't like coffee on tap. It actually was coffee on tap with nitro, which is what they use with Guinness on tap. That gives it that creamy consistency and like light carbonation. And that's exactly what the coffee had. So imagine like just ever so slightly carbonated coffee. Just had a really nice mouthfeel, good taste. Delicious. And it was really good to catch up with Max. So the last few times we've seen each other, we're there with like, at the very least, our wives and our kids, and they demand a lot of attention, so it was kind of hard to just chat. So this was really good to just talk with them, and that's probably my oldest friend that I still see regularly, which is since he moved to this area, because he was living in California for a while, he was living in Sweden for a while, so we were never really in the same general area. Now we're like a half-hour apart, so I got about a half-hour drive home. And I'm showing you some of that, and I may just speed all of that up while I'm talking and leave my voice in. So it was good catching up. Of course, a lot of the talk was about our kids because that's what our lives are. But that's awesome. You know, I've known him since he was, geez, a freshman in college maybe? Sophomore at the most. I guess I've known him, I think he was a freshman, I was a senior. Not at the same school. We did meet online. Back in the days of IRC, Internet Relay Chat, for those less familiar. I know there are things that have kind of superseded that, and nobody uses IRC anymore. But anyway, that's where we met. We met through our mutual Rush fandom, which he remained a fan of, and I kind of moved away from it, but stayed in touch with some of those people, and we wrote some stuff together. We wrote like some screenplays and things like that, and yeah, good time. And it was really good to catch up with him. And it was great seeing my dad for lunch. We met at what I had said it was called Moke Bowls, but they changed the name of it. And I'm now forgetting what they changed the name of it to. It wasn't Moke Bowls. I don't know. Whatever I said the name was before, you can look that up, you'll still find it. They changed it to, no, it was Moku Bowls, they changed it to just Boku. So, yeah. And we both had the same thing, which was some salmon and rice and veggies and coconut and furikake seasoning and all sorts of different stuff. But anyway, really good, very tasty. Good catching up with my dad. We kind of parted, we were walking around a little bit, but we kind of parted ways because it looked like it was going to start raining. And if you look at the sky, it still kind of looks like it's going to rain, and there was thunder and stuff when I was with my dad. So we're like, you know, let's get back to the cars before it starts raining, but it hasn't rained yet, so I don't know. Passed off the high chair to Max for his kid, and now I am on my way home. Maybe try to get a little bit accomplished there. And tomorrow night we have the annual theater banquet, which is a very weird thing. Usually, because I'm a member of this theater and I've been very active in the past, I usually like attend most, if not all, of the shows. This year I had not, this past year I haven't been to any of them except for the one I directed. Just because we haven't like been organized with babysitters, we haven't managed to get over there, and we generally, if we're gonna go to those, we'll go to them together, so it just, we didn't make it a priority, so we missed a lot. So the theater does an annual banquet where they give out some awards that, you know, judges go to all of the shows, and then they give out awards for acting, and then I think there's requirements to give out a certain number of non-acting awards, and then there's like a best show named, which I got a few years ago when I directed Boeing, which was still blows my mind looking back on that. Not that I didn't think it was a good show, but I never think I'm gonna win a best show award. But so I got it for that, which was great, and you know, the actors all did a fantastic job with that. And frankly, for most of the stuff I do, they all do a great job. They carry me. I don't really do much as a director. I always say that, but people say I must be a decent director because I put on a good show. So hopefully I am. I certainly do my best. So I'm thinking I will bring you along for a little bit of that, maybe just the drive over, maybe I'll record a little bit there, that might be nice, and show you the world of the community theater banquet. Oh, there's the rain. There it comes. It's gonna be interesting if I do speed up that audio, or excuse me, if I do speed up the video and just keep this audio over a sped up drive, what that's gonna be like, because I'm sure you can hear that rain. But you will have seen it already. It's really very spotty. I don't know. Alright, anyway. I guess I've probably babbled on enough about this. This may end up being a long one depending on how much I record at the banquet. But I'm going to throw at least a little bit of something with that in, so I will catch you tomorrow. Whoa! Hello! That was weird. I saw the rain right before we moved into it. Alright, this is going to be very eerie because you're going to see the rain before I talk about it, so I'll be almost home, I hope, by the time you actually get this. Regardless, I'm making very little sense, so I'm going to stop talking, and the rain's probably drowning me out, so I'll catch you at the banquet. And here we are, just pulled in to the banquet. Gina even still has her seatbelt on. Safety first. So I decided to go with my purple vest, which, I don't know, I'm a little uncomfortable about. I don't think Gina likes it, but what are you gonna do? I actually bought this originally for a costume when I dressed up as the Joker, so I think that just kind of still have that in our heads. So yeah, we're here. I'm like all weirdly nervous and stuff, because this whole thing has just kind of a weird vibe to it, like you're kind of going into the junior high cafeteria looking for seats and hoping that somebody is going to be your friend. I mean, we are friends with all of these people, but we don't see them that often, all of them, so sometimes it just is a little weird and I always get uncomfortable. I actually had an email from the president asking if I would be willing to present one of the awards, and I'm like, I don't normally mind talking in front of a crowd or anything, but with something like this, because I'm already nervous, I didn't really want to do that, so I guess she found somebody else. Did she find you? Are you presenting?
No. No. I wasn't in anything. They usually ask people who are
You're probably right. Yeah, that's probably why I was asked, because I did directed the first show of the season, right?
Yeah.
It opened the season. I don't expect it's going to win any awards. It was not my finest work, but yeah, did what I could with it. That was Woody Allen's Don't Drink the Water. And yeah, maybe I'll do a little bit of filming inside. I'd like to do a little bit of filming inside, and since I'm carrying my camera in with me, it would seem like pointless to not do some filming inside, so let's go inside, shall we? Come on. So we're inside now. I have a beverage, and it's kind of like I feared, where we're at a table in the corner here, and by ourselves, and other people have already gotten tables. Well, we can get Warren.
Yeah.
Or he can go with that singles table. So yeah, like I said, it's kind of like a little bit like, makes me feel a little bit unwanted, but it's just a lot of people and there's only 8 seats per table, so it happens. But anyway, the place looks nice.
And it's Danielle, right?
So we got a little nice venue. Let's get back from the buffet.
Looks pretty good.
Next time I'm going to have to grease roast pond to get us the first.
Bit of eggplant parm, some green beans, a little Caesar salad, garlic bread, and cheesecake mousse, I think. Gonna eat, and then they do the awards thing. So, bye.
So, we are celebrating our 50th season.
Whoa!
And whether you have been with us for any seasons or whether this is your first, welcome. Now, we realize, like us, some of you might have missed a few shows this season. But we've been told to keep it short. There's a lot going on tonight. So you can say that.
Just got out of the banquet. We're having a debate on whether or not that's a full moon. It certainly looks that way on this video. But then again, the quality is not very high. I think it's a full moon. I chose to howl at it, so. Banquet was good. Wife already got in the car, so I should probably do that and get going. We got to go relieve the babysitter. Show I directed got an acting award for one of the actresses in there. It was well deserved. I was not really expecting much, if anything, so that was a pleasant surprise. It was not my best work, but you know, it happens. It was a last-minute replacement show because we couldn't get the rights for the one, so I had to switch it. But at any rate, it was a very enjoyable banquet, was it not?
It was.
Yeah. Had a lot of fun, got to catch up with some people, and now we're going to go home and relieve the babysitter and get some sleep because we know the boy's going to be up early in the morning. I am going to make the assumption that that will be it. Yes? Yes. I don't know why I'm asking you. Will that be it?
It's up to you.
Oh, it's up to me, which is true because it's my vlog. It's not her vlog. It's my vlog, not hers. Mine. So thank you for tuning in this week. I do appreciate it as always. And please subscribe so you get notifications when these come out. Next week, sorry, there was a pause there because I just was thinking, and that sometimes takes me some time. Next week we're going. Stop laughing. we're heading out like next Saturday, right?
Yeah.
So next week we fly to California. So I've got to hurry up and get the full length episode stuff ready to do that, and I guess we fly out on Saturday. We go to Disneyland on Sunday's the first day, so next week we'll be in Disneyland.
Woo!
Woo indeed. Woo indeed. All right, folks, thanks for tuning in. Like I said, subscribe, tune in next week for Disney, and I guess that's about it. Thumbs up if you like this. Thumbs down, just don't do that. Just don't do that. Thank you. That's all. This has been The Glenliness. I've been Glenn. Bye. One more thing I forgot to mention. I had said that I was all nervous about the table and everything, and it's like, what did I say? Like a junior high cafeteria type of thing. So when we went in, we did end up like starting a new table because there were no seats at any of the tables with people we knew. But as it turned out, it really didn't matter because we know enough people there, and eventually it filled up with people that we know. I think I knew everybody but one person at the table, so it was actually a lovely table, and I'm very glad with the people we sat with. I am very pleased with it, and as I said, we had a very nice time. Now that is definitely it. Bye-bye.